Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Johnson, and again I am back with this one. I'm already prepping my face with my Popular Pond's oil control, and I'm also using my Maybelline Foundation in Coconut 355. This is a 30-hour foundation, and it's long lasting, more long lasting than the 24 hours foundation. And on the speed dial, I'm just dabbing that onto my face and making sure that I press it on with my blending sponge. And guys, today's look, you're gonna love it at the end of it. So I'm already using my concealer by LA Girl, and I'm using it to highlight the areas that I need to highlight, as you can see, and I'm blending it out with my blending sponge. I'm absolutely happy doing that because I think for me it's faster than using brush and then going all over to start using blending sponge again. So I'm just smoothing everything out. Well, it depends on your preference. If you want to use brush, please feel free to use brush and then press it on properly with your sponge. So I'm using this foundation as my contour color. It is Carob by Black Opal, and I'm using it to contour my nose to make my nose look slimmer. So I have a very long nose. So, and under my cheekbone as well, to just give my cheeks that snatched, more pronounced, and structured kind of face, and the side of my forehead as well. As you can see, it's a bit darker than my skin tone. So hey, we're just gonna press it on and blend it all out as usual. And yes, make sure you blend, guys. I can always say no harsh lines except it's some purpose. Well, it's not like you're doing eyeliner on your cheeks. So just keep on pressing, and you just want to blend that all out. I already have a bit mark on I think it's on my right side, so most of the time when I put a contour color, I try as much as possible not to put too much, so that it's not too dark. So I'm blending the ones on my nose as well. And yes, we're using Sasha Butter Cosmetic Powder on the areas that I highlighted initially under my eyes, and I'm going to use some on my T-zone area, which is my forehead and the bridge of my nose. And hey, well, yes, I could also apply some. Well, I'm applying some on my jawline as well to just make my jawline more pronounced right under my cheekbone. And yes, I love to put some on my brow bone as well because it's expected for you to, I like that area. So my brow is already in place, as you can see, and I'm just putting in some feathering strokes on my brows, and just to make sure that my brow is properly filled and make it look fuller, right? So these days I just do my foundation first before my brows, and I'm defining my brows with my concealer and highlighting that area the more. That's my brow bone, just to make sure that my brow bone is more pronounced. And we already announced the eyeshadow announcer. So just gonna put it right there and blend it down to my eyelid, properly, just smoothing it out. So I am also defining the inner corner of my brow as well, but this time around I'm using my foundation color, as you can see, and I'm just blending it properly. I'm also doing it for the other brow as well, so you don't want to put any highlighting color over there because you're just gonna look funny because naturally light doesn't really bounce in there. Light will bounce first on your brow bone. So I'm also defining the upper part of my brow using my foundation color as well, and I'm using my BH Cosmetics concealer brush, and I'm just gonna make sure that that's blended properly. So I'm using my spoolie with some foundation to just soften the darkness of my brows. You can use a brow gel, but I'm so used to using foundation. And I'm using this blush palette. The color in there, all the colors are beautiful and it's well pigmented. It's not a popular brand. I just picked it up at a cosmetic store, so I'm using it as my transition color. As you can see, well, it looks like I'm inspired by the colors on my collar. What do you think? So it's like a very deep pink reddish colors. So I'm using my Sacha Butter cosmetic powder on my brow bone to just blend into the eyeliner. And hey, give me some Huda Beauty. Yes, so I'm using that beige color. This is the Rose Gold Remastered palette, and it is my best eyeshadow palette for now. Well, I also love Juvia's Place. Yeah, they make good eyeshadows for women of color. So yes, this eyeshadow is really giving me good vibes. So my eyes are bright. I'm lining my eyes with my Marlboro pencil in black, and I'm gonna finish this makeup. And trust me, guys, you also can look as good as this. You will look better. Who says you can't do better? So I'm using the same pink, deep pink, to smudge out the black eyeliner that I used earlier, and just to soften it and then create a gradient into my skin. Well, I'm using this precision brush by Beige Cosmetics, and I'm just gonna blend, making sure that everything is applied smoothly. So I'm using this Farrah C, I hope I pronounced it properly, eyeliner. I picked it up at a cosmetic store. It's a Nigerian brand, and I love the fact that it is matte. So hey, give yourself some Farrah C. Well, I hope that very soon I'll be able to do my own makeup brand, and you're gonna patronize my brand, right? So that's it, and just making sure that I fill in the gaps and let my eyeliner come out sharp enough at the outer corner. And I'm using this Lancome mascara. I love this mascara. My sister-in-law gave me this mascara, and I fallen in love with it. While it finishes, I'm just gonna look for another one. Yes, I still love Zara mascara. To just blend out all that excess powder under my eyes. Well, that doesn't mean that the color is going to change, but I love this powder because it's also matte, and it gives me that effortless finish like all day long. It's almost like I'm applying a MAC using Technique highlighter to get gorgeous. I absolutely love. So I'm applying on my cheekbone and my brow bone as well, my cupid bowl, my chin, and there we go on the bridge of my nose for more shimmering effects. And I'm using Maybelline Powder. It is dark Java 375, and it would define my face the more. It's quite dark, so be very careful as to how much you apply on your face. So you just don't want to mess up the whole makeup. So I'm applying it on the side of my nose, to give it that contour vibe. Yes, so back to my blush, and I'm using the orange color on the palette, and yes, we're looking snatched, isn't it? Buffing it all up with more powder just to soften the whole look. And I am gonna bring the A game on, guys. I absolutely love this. In my eyelashes, well, it wasn't that friendly with me. It was a bit of a struggle, but that was because the eyelash glue was just a mess. But I was able to get my hands around it. So, guys, make sure you have your tweezers. If you have nails on, I'm very used to using my fingers. Well, my nails won't allow me, so I use tweezers this time. So I'm using this classic lipstick. And there we go, we're almost done, guys. Just be more patient, follow through, and make sure that you're able to do this makeup even better than I did here. Yes, I believe you can. Well, if you follow my routine carefully, you know that they are not so dramatic that it's not something that you can't do. So I'm using this Milani lipstick in red color, and guys, this is the red color. Can you see what I look like? I look like your rich auntie, don't I? Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for always sticking with me. Feel free to subscribe if you're new. Love you guys. Ciao.